This thinking tool is curiosity. The first virtue is curiosity. A burning itch to know is higher than a solemn vow to pursue the truth. To feel the burning itch of curiosity requires both that you be ignorant and that you desire to relinquish your ignorance. If in your heart you believe you already know, or if in your heart you do not wish to know, then your questioning will be purposeless and your skills without direction. Curiosity seeks to annihilate itself. There is no curiosity that does not want an answer. There is a time to confess your ignorance, and there's a time to relinquish your ignorance. So curiosity is when finding out what is true is more important than already being right. So what does it feel like? Here's an example I like. Ocean salinity, of course, represented only the merest sliver of my ignorance. I did not know what a proton was or a protein. I didn't know a quark from a quasar. I didn't understand how geologists could look at a layer of rock on a canyon wall and tell you how old it was. I didn't know anything, really. I became gripped by a quiet, unwanted urge to know a little of these matters and to understand how people figured them out. So that's from Bill Bryson's A Short History of Nearly Everything. And that's the feeling, the quiet, unwanted urge, that gripped feeling. So it's the desire to know. In order to be curious, you have to care at least a little. And for our purposes, I think there's two broad areas that we can be curious about. Truth claims and value claims. There could be more beyond, but I think these are the ones worth directing your attention to. So, truth claims. So, if you just read textbooks or listen to teachers, you might end up thinking that the world is largely solved and that the task at hand is to pass a test proving that you know it. No such luck. The world is full of unsolved mysteries, and only the truly inquisitive will even realize there's a mystery to be solved. And there's another quote here I like. So, no truth was ever harmed by investigation. I don't think that's entirely true, but I think it is directionally correct. On the matter of values, we have C.S. Lewis. Of all the tyrannies, a tyranny sincerely exercised for the good of its victims may be the most oppressive. It would be better to live under robber barons than under omnipotent moral busybodies. The robber baron's cruelty may sometimes sleep. His cupidity may at some point be satiated. But those who torment us for our own good torment us without end, for they do so with the approval of their own conscience. So again, question if others really know best. They tell you, only they can solve the problem. Are we sure about that? Does that make us wonder if it might be otherwise? And perhaps more importantly, question if you really know best. Are you sure you have the best plan to solve all the problems? Perhaps that should have that quiet itch in the back of your mind as well. Another quote here. I admit an aesthetic revulsion to the particular way some theists use the word God, or the concept, which is something like, let's imagine a guy with magic that can do anything and really hates loose ends in philosophy. So if we encounter a loose end, we can just assume that he solved it. And so there are now no loose ends. Yay! Under this conception, every open problem goes from an opportunity to match wits against the complexity of the universe to just another proof of this guy's existence and greatness. And that's what curiosity is, another way of thinking about it. The desire to match wits against the complexity of the universe, to not be satisfied with someone else taking care of that for you. Of course, the universe is going to win in the end, but we could have been a contender. And I think that's worth striving for. So take time to wonder, what is true? Is that true? Is this true? Take time to wonder, what is valuable? Is that good? Is that ethical? Is that beautiful? Uh, finish off with another quote. Hell is truth seen too late. So don't wait. Follow that little itch in the back of your mind. One moment of curiosity can have as much redemptive power in real life as true love does in the stories.